I've spent so many times walking around Sheffield. It's just a place where you can do what you want to do and people don't get in your way, really.
Very much this is the place that I've made my home, and that's important.
All of my time of making music has really been in Sheffield. So just as a place, it is my one experience of making music.
To me, it's just something I've looked in on rather than being part of in the past. Things like Sheffield Live and festivals.
There's something in Sheffield, the audiences are better and friendly.
It's the friendliest place I've ever come across.
Okay, let's get started. What is your name and role in the band?
It's Robert Barnett, role in the band, I'm a drummer.
Mick Brook, I'm 68, nearly 69. Role in the band is tenor sax, aerophone, treasurer, and part-time comedian.
So I'm Devon Francis. I am 40 years old and I'm one of the singers.
Well, my name's Carl Townsend. I'm 59 years old, and my role in the band is rhythm guitarist and backing vocals. I do sing some songs as well.
I'm Rob Coop. I'm 59. I play bass and I help compose some of the music.
How many times have you played live?
Probably well over 100 now. Yeah.
Maybe 30 or more, I think.
Under 1,000, probably over 100.
I think I've been in 14 bands.
14?
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I started here when I was in uni, through my first band as well. All the jam bands that I've been in have been in Sheffield as well, so I think it's home.
Been in the Leadenham quite a lot of times, but it's a really good, not small, but good sized venue, and very personal.
Knitting Swanee, Gong, Sparkler, so medium-sized international bands might play there.
And then Morrissey, I know he's turned into now. Yeah, I'm disappointed with the road that he's taken, but at the time, you know, he was writing lyrics that were really meaningful to young working class men growing up, you know, really, really amazing stuff, yeah.
Would you say, though, The Queen is Dead is in the top 10 albums of all time?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This band, I don't know. I mean, for people's musical career, you need.
Two sides of the same coin.
You need a cheap place to rehearse. They're kind of rough and ready and cheap to rent, so you can form a band in those kind of places. It's quite expensive, spending a lot of money, even though I've not got a lot of money because I'm retired.
We don't get paid.
I think one of the main problems is the smaller venues, which they haven't got the money to keep bands to be playing in there.
There's certainly been like a decline in the number of venues that you could play at, or the ability to get access to those venues. We struggle quite a bit to get gigs because the main sort of thing is that pubs want to book covers bands, you know, the surefire bet that, like, you know, if they get a band on that's the Iron Maiden cover band or something like that, people are going to come down and drink beer. There's a a decided lack of choice in that regard. People are less willing to take risks than they would have been years ago.
Is it true that everyone around here has got a cousin or a mate who's best friends with Alex Turner? Is it true?
When I first started, it was just after the Arctic Monkeys got really big.
We're Arctic Monkeys, this is I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. Don't believe the hype.
So there was pretty much this kind of divide. So you would either be an indie band or you would be into sort of funk. And there wasn't really an in-between place.
It's had its moments every few decades, Arctic Monkeys, or Human League. Micro genres I don't know too much about, like Bring Me the Horizon.
I don't want to sound like everybody that comes from Sheffield, you know what I mean? There is definitely a musical style that I think is great, but I don't necessarily want to emulate that. I'm happy with what we're doing musically.
The format of the band is absolutely just right. We've got a great balance. We've got the skills in each of the areas we need it, on the drums, on the vocals, on the strings, on the woodwind. You know, so I think we're really well balanced as a team, and it'd be great to see that sort of develop so that we then get the bigger venues. Yeah, hopefully Royal Albert Hall, whatever. But yeah, we get to bigger venues where they can accommodate the bigger size of the band.
One moment I always remember is I played in a club band that were based up in the northeast. We got to the All Riggers, there was 3 of us. You could only take a guitar and bass, that was it. So we went up and there was a little place we set up in this community centre and there was no keyboards. So they had to send to another island to get a keyboard for the keyboard player. And all they could get was a Bon Tempe little keyboard, which was for children, and each note you played lit up.
Okay.
And when we started playing it was quite amusing. People in the audience were sort of laughing a bit. And then I'd got a drum kit with a drum that when you hit it, the tom-tom swiveled round to the side, so you had to swivel it back. And it was only a small place, but everybody really enjoyed it and it became very friendly. And everybody had a marvellous time because it was so funny.
So I got up and for 3/4 of an hour I played, and at the end of that I was absolutely dripping in sweat. I was absolutely exhausted. But I finished off with Shake a Tail Feather, Woolly Bully. Got 150 people up on a dance floor dancing. And that feeling was absolutely, you know, this is what I want to do. You know, that just kind of lifted me so much.
There's so many. I think that there's one that I always come back to. So that in the city centre, there's a gallery called Bank Street Arts. And I remember there was this one moment, so there's a song where in the middle of it, it quietens down and it's a bit more vocal. And I remember just the whole room sort of just vocalising with one another. And for me, that was just beautiful. Because the song itself is just, I think, me and one other person. But then having a whole room just sort of essentially get themselves all into that space of just singing together. I think it was just, yeah, for me, that I always hold that memory.
That sounds really special.
It was.
Originally, I just wanted my lyrics to flourish, but now I really, really, really want Devon and the guys to flourish too. I want to see the band go as far as they want to go.
Yep, that's one. What's on the other side? 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 Driving backwards for a future, only see what has been. I found the horizon, the journey stays unseen. Buildings pass by this window, rain shields me from the light.
End goal, Jules Holland, and then Royal Albert Hall. That'll do for me before I back in.
Where I want to be, doing the same thing until I can't.
The end goal? To be a musician for the rest of my life. Yeah, to have music and be playing and creating for the rest of my life, yeah.
My end goal is to be happy, to create music that I can look back on and say, I was involved in that, and that's really satisfying. And also I'd like to have a vinyl with my name on it.
I think the end goal is to make several albums done to a high level, so you need an honest producer who would force the best performances out of you and not accept anything less than the best to be sent into space.
Best piece of advice as a musician, just keep playing.
I think the best piece of advice is keep writing.
Just play, just keep going, just keep doing it, and yeah, just be committed, work hard, and just keep going, you know.
Back before I started writing, there was one night where I went to the Interval, so it's the uni bar, and I'm hanging out with this guy called Frank, who he'd just written something and tried to pass it to, I can't remember the name, but it's somebody that was pretty famous around these parts, and that guy kind of just ignored him. And I remember just picking up this piece of paper and going, okay, I'm just going to carry on, and just saying, you know, that you just got to keep writing. And I've taken that with me as well, because there are ups and there are downs.
It's also a place, again, where the council's promoted culture.
So I came to Sheffield as a university city, and it's therefore a city that completely changed my life.
So I've got a massive back catalogue of stuff that will never see the world, that, you know, isn't that great. But those are the steps that I need to get to the stuff that I share with the band or that I share with the world.
Ultimately, learn your modes and a bit of music theory. It would be to don't follow any trends and do what you want to do deep down. Because copying people's not going to get you anywhere. You've got to do what you want to do, and if that's spiky and nasty, do that. It'll probably work out for you. Or if it's smooth and polite, do that. Just be yourself. Do what you love. That's the only way to make good art.
Play it wrong once, play it wrong again and say it's jazz. You meant to do it. Don't play over the lead singer. So if the lead singer is singing, don't play his saxophone.
What's on the other side? What's on the other side? What's on the other side?